Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life. Hey everybody, Brian Smith here with the I and Team series and your Daily Influence. Today we are going to talk again about emotional intelligence, but we're going to focus today on self-motivation and then, motivating a team. And as you know, for us, we define I in two different ways. The little I is yourself. However, when we think of I, we also think of we. And when many of us come together individually, so singularly, together as one unit, we become a team. So understanding how to motivate yourself first, because guess what? You cannot be your best for a team if you are not first best for yourself. So we're going to talk about first self-motivation, and then second, pivoting that into team motivation. Self-motivation starts with setting personal goals. And as you know, we are a smart company. Our management consulting firm, IA Business Advisors, we lay foundationally on top of what we call smart management. And we throw smart into everything: smart communication, smart goals, smart tactics. Setting smart goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic or relative, and timely, is required to make sure that you are setting goals that are proper for you. Establish those clear, specific goals. Make them achievable and meaningful for whatever area of influence you find yourself. And break them down, if you have to, into smaller, more manageable milestones or tasks or mini goals to help keep you motivated through the goal attainment process. It's really important that you do this, because if you don't, it's hard to stay and maintain self-motivation. We can find ourselves digressing, getting off of the goal, moving on to something else, finding ourselves distracted by other things. But by breaking our goals down and understanding them specifically into smaller, more manageable tasks, we can then celebrate the small wins along the way. We can see our progress, no matter how small. And it helps boost our mood, which is important because it's the foundation of our motivation. It will also help us maintain a positive outlook on why we even began this journey. How many times have you started something, established a goal, and forgotten why you even started? Lost track of where you're going? Been so distracted about what's going on around you in your work life, your private life, your personal life, your fun life, your family life, and lost the way. By maintaining a positive outlook, by putting those goals in front of us, writing them down, keeping a smart ledger, celebrating our small wins, we can keep that positive outlook in our area of influence. And we can focus on that goal and what that goal is supposed to do for us. It's a solution to something. It's an improvement for something. And as we challenge ourselves with setbacks, as we hit those roadblocks, as we get on an off ramp and find ourselves distracted and wonder, well, should I go back to that? Rethink, relook at the original reason why you started that goal. Use it as a positive motivation. Look at the wins you had up to the point that you were distracted and how you got there to that specific point when you might have disconnected from that goal, and use that as a positive motivation to get back on that on-ramp and get back on to where you were going. And practice self-care through this whole process, making sure that physically and mentally that you are engaged in what it is your goals are, that what you're doing supports that goal. That's part of the specifics. If you need to read to stay educated or to learn, if you need to work out, or if you need to go somewhere and visit and research, That's part of self-care. That's part of learning. It's helping you to build a deeper and wider foundation to reach those goals that you've set for yourself. And if you are smart about your goal setting, you will have built this self-care into the tactics needed to reach the goal in the first place. So remember to do that when you're building a plan to reach your goals, that specific and measurement part. Think about those things that you might need along the way and put them there. Things that will motivate you, keep you positively engaged. Add them to your plan all throughout the process of reaching where it is you want to be. And align your goals with your values. If you have something that means something to you and the goal is aligned to it, find a way to connect them. When you can align your professional and personal goals with your foundational values, what makes you feel good, what supports you individually, you or yourself and the things you care about, your family, your work, your friends, when you can align your goals with that in some way, if it's money, if it's a promotion, if it just makes you feel good inside, if you can align them, that sense of purpose and drive will help keep you motivated. And then visualize the success. Visualization is so important. You can manifest success. You make your own luck. Manifest it. View it. Look at it. Visualize achieving the goal. And not the big goal only, but visualize the little parts along the way. The feeling you get as you take each step forward, each positive forward improvement. Visualize how that feels. Visualize how you're going to react to it, and visualize what you do in the next step. It will help you be ready for when it happens. And once you can do this for yourself, you can pivot and do this for others. You can create shared visions. You can create smart plans that people can follow because from your own experience, from your own paths, you can re-engage them in the same process that we just talked about. You can encourage your teams to be individual, to be autonomous within their specific area of influence, and then pivoting outward when they have to help others. Give them that freedom to complete what they start, their individual parts to an overall bigger piece, but also encourage them to help others. Create a supportive culture and recognize and reward along the way. We're not talking all the time about money. Pats on the back, though, encouraging people, identifying their wins, celebrating those wins, just like we talked for you. Celebrating small wins for yourself, you got to celebrate those small wins for them too. Help them to understand their success and how each little part of that success is contributing to the overall goal and how each little piece has a place. Thank you notes, praise, lunches, cupcakes, doesn't matter. And encourage growth, encourage professional growth, help people to learn, encourage them to learn, cheer them on as they learn. When you do that, people get motivated to learn. They get motivated to improve themselves. Change the way you talk to them and check in with them often. Make sure that you are having check-ins, that you're talking, that you're engaging individually with yourself and your team, measuring your progress, challenging each other, holding each other accountable, supporting them through success and failure, but through failure, using that as a catalyst for improvement, not a catalyst for discipline. And lead by example. Do not be a do as I say, not as I do type of leader. Do as I do. And when you do it right. And if you don't do it right, own it. And use your failures as an opportunity to not only learn for yourself, but to teach your team. Be humble through that experience. Show what true leadership is. Take them through your failures and show them how you've learned from those failures and improved because of those failures. Not just for yourself, but as a leader, which will make wherever it is you're going, with whatever goal you have in place, in whatever area of influence you find yourself, you'll make it better. Developing yourself is most important. Pivoting away from yourself and helping others to develop themselves, which will then allow you all to come together and be the best team possible. When you follow what we've talked about today, you can do this. And what you will see is enhanced cooperation, individual success and improvement, and beyond that, a collective motivation, which is what every team is looking for. I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. Remember, follow us on socials, LinkedIn, Facebook, X, Instagram, the I Am Team series. And remember, our new book is coming out June 4th. Responsible Influence, Build the I Am Team. Build your teams, build yourself. Have a good day.